morning, everyone. Um, Welcome to webinar by PPM Express, Project and Portfolio Status Reporting with Microsoft Teams. Today we will discuss how Microsoft Teams can be used for more optimal experience when we have to deal with project and especially see and update statuses and monitor statuses across our projects and portfolios. Very briefly, this webinar is by a company called PPM Express. We have a platform for portfolio and project data aggregation and visualization. It's a platform that provides connectivity to multiple tools and provides a unified view for PMO and executive, as well as some analytics and insight into the data. So let me get started. So many of you used Microsoft Teams. It's a great platform. Last time Microsoft told that it's used, it was in March of this year. It was used more than by 500,000 companies worldwide, and it's a great platform for team communication. It's part of the modern workplace initiative in Microsoft. It's essential part of Office 365, available on the web. There are desktop client, mobile application. It supports instant messaging, calls, video conferencing, PSTN calls. So it's a hub for all the communication, and it's aggregated multiple tools that were before, like Link and Skype for Business. So it's all part of the teams. But in addition to simply just being the IM and communication platform, it's also it's a great hub where you can integrate multiple third-party services, services and all Microsoft services as well, like Planner, Project, Power BI. You can simply embed into the teams and have uh, very simple access to all that information from a single application, which is great. At our company, we use Teams for probably like 2.5 years or maybe 2 years. It's a part of daily work. My day starts with the Teams, where I see all updates from my team, project status. I can see everything there, and I can I can communicate with my team members, with my team every day, and I do that just using the Microsoft Teams. So highly recommended tool, and I'm sure that majority of you here on this um, webinar you use Team. And if we take a look from other perspective, if you consider our specific subject, project management and project managers and team members who work with Microsoft Teams, what is important? So communication is critical for team success. So it's must have in nowadays, where the most effective communication is face to face, and the teams provide it. Like it's instant messaging, it's a voice calls, it's video calls. So you can talk even if you're working remotely, if you work in different offices. That bridges the gap. So the communication is extremely important. Uh, One of the recommendations that exists by the PIM book is that project managers should spend majority of the time on the communication, and the number is approximately 70 to 90% of the time should be spent for communicating with team member. But reality is it's not, and project managers have huge number of additional routines and activities, and some of them are manual. They have to find information, they need to update information, they need to especially like when you manage multiple projects and they're using several systems, like it's all over the place. Another aspect is same for the like if you take a look on our project sponsors for projects, their involvement is critical for success as well. In latest, it's Pulse of the Profession by PMI in 2018. They collected statistics that even in high performer project management organization, that like 20% of projects fail due project sponsor involvement, and for companies who have low maturity and low progress, uh, that number is about the 40%. But there are reasons for that. It's again like it's hard to find that information, it's hard to get that access to that information. And what we see is like I'm not the only one who gets the hundreds email messages every day, and you have to search for that critical information. Having one place where you can see that information, it's important. And Microsoft Teams can solve some of those problems, not all, but by using that, being a hub for all the information, it's a great platform, a great tool for addressing all those issues. So we'll say, okay, we have Microsoft Teams, we have like we can add our Microsoft planner or project as a tab in Microsoft Teams and see our project. Why are we talking here about the PPM Express, and why this webinar is by PPM Express? I have all those tools. I can embed them, I can see them in channel, I can view, or I can maybe have someone to build me Power BI reports that will aggregate that information. It's true, but there are still problems with all that approach. And reality is, in what we found is majority organization, different departments use different tools. And if you look from this if you look from the standpoint of project manager or team member, it's perfectly fine. I see my let's say I see my Azure DevOps board, I see my task, or I have my sprint there, and I have all the information that I need. And I use IM for chatting with my team. I have channel where all the updates are happening. So it's kind of like it's nice. But if you go up on the ladder, we go if for project managers who manage multiple projects, can be projects managed, let's say in Planner and Project and Azure DevOps. If you go for program manager or for portfolio manager, it can be huge variety of the tools that where we need to find that information. And the problem is that it's multiple formats. We have fragmented visibility and limited control over the tools. We have to hunt for information. And very often, simple scenario like Azure DevOps, and for example, majority of team will use like one of the agile approaches for development. And then we have predictive or waterfall project there. It's different. It's no common framework. It's no common definition of projects. There are no attributes. There's no status in Azure DevOps. So how do you provide that information? It gets us back to the situation where we have to maintain some status reports in Excel or PowerPoint, and then combine them manually, because I don't want to switch from multiple between two systems when I report a progress. So it's a mess. It's a fragment visibility. It's multiple tools. It's hard to see one big picture for decision makers in organization. So how we solve it in PPM Express. So the PPM Express, it provides four kind of like major components. So first of all, it aggregates all the information and provides a visibility into all the work that's happening. You have projects in Planner, you have projects in Jira, you have projects in Project Online, you have projects in Azure DevOps, you have projects in Dynamics, you have projects in a new project. Absolutely, you can bring that information to PPM Express. It will connect. It will automatically get all that status information, will get all the details from those projects, and you'll see they will be in one place in PPM Express. Second thing that we have, it's called the standardization of the product. So idea that in PPM Express, since it's kind of like it's a layer above all those systems, you can define a project configuration. You can say, okay, we want to track those fields, we want to track statuses, we want to track risk and issues, or maybe not. We want to have budget or not. So you can configure a system and create definition of what is a project is. We provide some level of the smart status management and issue detection. I will show that. So system is practically saying, okay, you have problems. Pay attention here. It may be data quality, or it may be signal or that something is going on with your project that project sponsors will never see. They majority of the project sponsors and decision makers, they rely on signals from project managers to get, okay, we are late, late we have late milestones. In this case, system can show that information to uh, executives or decision makers proactively. So let's see how that works. I will switch right now to my Microsoft Teams and I will show how that works. If you will have any questions during this time, so just write a question. We'll have time to address those questions. I will be more than happy to answer them. So I switch to my Microsoft Team application. And very quickly, so what we have in PPM Express, we have a concept called the portfolio, and I will click here. So let's say it's my team, and I have some project within my team or my department where I have, let's say I have my portfolio. So portfolio, it's a container of projects, and it shows like how many projects I have, how many their status, timeline, and status for my portfolio, as well as I can see the list of those projects. Right now, what I did is we have a native app for Microsoft Teams for PPM Express, and I just added this component into Microsoft Teams. So it's an app. You can go to store and like we Microsoft didn't publish it, but we can provide that app for our customers. You can install it. You can install it in the application and embed your portfolios or projects into a system. In this case, I see my portfolio immediately. If I'm right now, let's say the portfolio manager or exiting company, I'm part of the team. I manage maybe this team, or I'm one of the sponsors. I see here, I go here and immediately can see my progress, on which stage, on which what is the status of my project, and maybe timeline. And in addition, like if I want to see budget, absolutely you can go to see budget. If you want to see some key dates for a project, immediately you can see that. Uh, as you remember, I mentioned about some warnings and issue detection. We have a system here that says that, okay, there are some data inconsistency or issue with your project. Systems say, okay, your project is at risk, but explain why. At least one portfolio gate is late for more than 2 days. Change status or reflect that there are issues. You can go to key dates and see, okay, it's more than 3 days late. So system provides additional insights. System provides additional insights for your portfolios, and we do the same for the project. And as you can see, it even detects the signal. It's not that just your key date or milestone is late. It says that you are on track. System will say, okay, you're not on track. Update your status so that system will properly reflect the real state of things in your project. So it provides that additional help for project managers, for portfolio managers, saying that, okay, you need to update information. It's out of the date. It's out of the thing. It's not reflecting the true picture. If you go to specific project, and I will show a couple projects here. So let's start with a very simple one. Let's say that we have a project in Planner, and I simply just embedded it here. In PPM Express, this component and I embedded just one project. So system shows, okay, project is critical, overall status. I can see that why there are some dates here, some key dates are late. And next to my project, and again, like you can track for, even for project in Planner, you can track statuses. I can say, okay, my status is at risk, and provide some description here. You can track for Planner projects. You can track the standard additional fields. You can create custom fields and provide some additional information for project explanation, high level scope, initial budget. you can manage risks. You can see who's working on and what is the status, how many tasks are late for your team. So we have all those components as part of PPM Express. But imagine that you're as if you create a channel for your team. Let's say that one channel is a project. You have a summary view, executive view, or project management view with all the details. And next to it, without like integratively, without any single line of code, you have your planner here, where you see all your plan, and your team members can work on those tasks. They can mark that some of them are complete, fully interactive, and fully changed. And the beauty is that if I have even more plans, and I will show a hybrid project, I don't have to switch between different tools. It's all here. I have my schedule, I have my all the insights, and I have the high level system that provides the project management information, and it provides me some suggestions and detection of issue what's going on with my project. um, my team is here. I can ask questions using I can communicate with my team. I can store additional documents here. It's all natively integrated into one single view, one single application. If you go back to our portfolio where we have more projects, let's go to I have one hybrid project. So this project is managed in part of the work is mentioned Azure DevOps, and part of it in Microsoft Project Online. So again, like I have my component for page for PPM Express where I see summary. And again, like I have some warnings here. If I go here, okay, it says project has late task in project online. Please consider changing overall status. So I'm not looking into just the key dates. We're saying that okay, you say project manager saying that the overall status is on track, but there are late tasks. It's not true. You need to update it. It's outdated. And the reason why we do that, the earlier project managers and executives and project sponsors, they see this information, it means that they have more time to proactively address the problem and make some proactive actions with the project. Okay, I will go to my schedule, and maybe we'll see what is late, and where I'm late, and I will reschedule. Maybe I reschedule work, maybe do something. uh, it's all here, and everything is within the click. Same, for example, this project as I mentioned, we support hybrid projects, so kind of like I have a icon for Azure DevOps and project online. And what the PPM Express does, it's from project online schedule, it will automatically get your milestones as the key dates. And we are releasing soon feature where you will be able to import key dates from dates, task, work items from Azure DevOps and Planner from everywhere, to add as a key date, so they will be linked to the systems as well. So you don't have to maintain that information. No single manual work. Uh, and it means that you, for hybrid projects, which is what is beautiful, is that you can have your key dates or milestones across different tools that you use to manage this project. Very often, like in this case, I might have deployment schedule formal with dependencies with everything in Azure in Project Online, and in Azure DevOps I have my backlog with all the development work. So again, like no matter where your work is managed, you can see it in one place for your team. Team access it from I maybe deployment team can see it here. If you use Azure DevOps pipelines, you can add information here. You can see the board here. You can do the board for epics. You can do board for features for user stories. So whatever level of granularity support you can embed, and it's all native for Microsoft Teams. And again, like PPM Express provides that high level decision makers and project sponsor, program manager, portfolio manager overview of all the work that you have. If I go for another project, it's managed. For example, it's again the scenario. In the previous scenario, we had Epic features. In this case, I have my PPM Express again, like with warnings, and I have my board where I just see epics. Maybe it's a for project sponsor or product owner where you can who is managing information on the epic level. And again, like it's all clickable. I can go here and see my work items, see my epic, or even PPM Express. I can go, and if needed, I can add new key date, or I can update, change status. For example, it says that it's critical, and system you see kind of like adjust status, and the warnings immediately gone because it reflected the state of the project as it is. So what we do is we strongly recommend to use Microsoft Teams for organizing the workspace for your project team. What we found that best approach, at least it worked for us and for our customers, is that one channel is a project. It's effective, and it's most easiest way to organize all that information in place. And yeah, absolutely, there are hundreds of available apps for Microsoft Teams that you can embed. You can store your show files, OneNote, Wiki, Power BI, everything. It's all there. It's all available. And like for Power BI, kind of you can embed Power BI reports here. As part of the PPM Express, we provide some set of reports with like more than 50 reports that you can use for project and portfolio reporting. Here you can same way you can embed it. You can embed your report here and use it for reporting for single project or portfolio, and see all those details. So it's all natively integrated. Okay. Very quickly, we go back to our presentation. So, a summary for this demonstration. Um, we personally and many of our customers see the benefit when we integrate everything into one place, and in this case, in Microsoft Teams. And we found that PPM Express provides that aggregation and that big picture view of all the work, and it's provides a common foundation for project management organization. It provides standardized structure. It supports the both agile and predictive or waterfall. It support hybrid projects, and by combining all that together and combining with teams, you can have that big picture and more efficient environment for your teams and for project sponsor, where when they don't have to support logins to multiple systems, hunt for that information, search for that information multiple times, they need to log into multiple systems and store the bookmarks. If you put everything, all those components into all those tools as tabs in Microsoft Team channel, you really create that project workspace for your team where all information is pretty much one click away. And with PPM Express, we help to establish that common view for projects, which is familiar across no matter which tool you use. And we provide those we call the smart status management and warnings that provide that insights about some issues detected on your projects and what is the real status. What is the real status for the project? Very quickly about the PPM Express. So we started this year. It's a spin-off from Fluent Pro. We have more than 50 customers right now, and we moved over 1,000 users in the system. We have multiple connectors that are part of the system right now, so we connect to pretty much all the entire stack of Microsoft tools for project management. And we're in over this quarter and next one, we're adding more tools like SNS, Smartsheet, and Monday.com into our platform, so you can connect that work and see that work in one place as well. So again, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that you will start using Teams more effectively and you learn something new about the Microsoft Teams. At least the approach that we recommend to our to our customers. You can sign up anytime for into PPM Express. Again, like if you use Microsoft Project Line, Planner or Azure DevOps, it's great because it provides those insights. This project line is fully automatic and provides a warning about your entire schedule, which is not available anywhere. So you can go just ahead and sign up, or if you need to want to learn more, feel free to go to our website or reach out to me. I would be more than happy to answer your questions. And yeah, thank you.